Hello, and welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Mass Effect. With myself, Chuckles, and Commander Shepard here. We're in C-Sec Academy. If you recall, last time we were on our way here to head to the Normandy docking bay. And also we took a brief stop in to check with the C-Sec requisitions officer. And we did that. I cut that part out. I figured I'd spare all of you the epic excitement of buying and selling things. In short, needless to say, he had lots and lots of nice stuff that we aren't able to afford. Because we don't have a huge amount of credits right now. I did buy a license from him for something I don't really remember, and I bought an upgrade to carry a spare grenade. And that was that. Now we're going to head to the docking bay and board the Normandy and head out on the hunt for Saren.
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
All right, you hear that, guys? Guys? Her report's coming out already about Citadel corruption. We did a good thing, right, Rex? Whatever. Yes, Miss Wong, we helped her. We got the information she needed to expose the corruption and crime here on the Citadel. All right, hey, there's our guys, the Admiral and, or I'm sorry, the Captain and Ambassador. Hey, guys.
I've got big news for you, Shepard.
Okay.
Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The
Wait,
ship
what?
is yours now.
She's quick and quiet,
What?
and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
Wait, I don't like the sound of that at all. Anderson?
This isn't right. The Normandy belongs to you.
Yeah.
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
No, that can't be everything.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What happened?
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story.
All right.
For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
Yeah, you can count on me.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him.
What?
But we know what he's after.
I thought that was our whole
The conduit.
job, to find him.
He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact.
Okay.
There have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria.
Pharos and Noveria.
Maybe you can figure
okay.
out where the conduit is before he does.
What about the Reapers?
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard.
Of
I'm not
course
sure
you
they
are.
even exist.
Yeah.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
All right, that's a good point. Anything else?
Anything else?
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording.
Yeah.
She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans.
Oh, really?
We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni.
Okay.
We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Yeah, I think that probably sounds like a good place to start. Maybe we can get some inside information on what Saren and Benezia are doing. Maybe she knows something.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Okay.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Yeah, that's your job, so you worry about that, and I'll worry about finding Saren, okay?
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard.
No,
Remember,
probably not.
you were a human long before you were a Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Ooh, +2 Renegade for that. Oh dear.
Yes, Commander?
So tell me about this Spectre business from 20 years ago.
I want to know the truth about you and Saren. I want to know about the mission you were on together all those years ago.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
What went wrong?
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds a little bit extreme.
Sounds like overkill to me.
Yeah.
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500.
Wow.
Mostly
Jeez.
Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame.
Of course.
That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
So, yeah, you got blamed, huh?
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
Yeah.
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre.
Wow.
Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Yeah, I'm not going to do either one of these. That seems a little bit, I don't know. We'll just do this.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
Yeah.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
You're going to be okay with this reassignment business?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing.
Yeah.
You're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
All right. Tell me about the Artemis Tau cluster.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. T'Soni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Right. Because that's what she'd be doing, right? What about these other colonies?
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city.
Wow, okay,
Mostly
cool.
ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Okay, so it's used to be a Prothean world. Okay. Novaria?
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research.
Lovely.
Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Nothing I like more than dirty corporations finding a place to do all their illegal activity. Excited about that one. All right, well, I should probably go.
I should go.
Yeah.
I'll be here if you need anything.
You'll be here, right here. Huh? On the dock for... Okay, I mean... I can understand. I wouldn't want to go back to Udina's office either, but... I don't know if you should just hang out here. Anyway, all right. We'll see you, Anderson. We better get out there. Get back to work.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson.
Yeah.
Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics.
I know, sucks,
Just
right?
watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Oh, I'm ready for it, Joker, trust me.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Yeah.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Let's see. Honest or forceful? Let's just keep it short. That's what Gabe would do.
Crew, this is Commander Shepard.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit.
Yep. We can't fail.
This is the most important mission any of us have ever been on.
The fate of an entire galaxy is at stake. We will stop Saren, no matter what the cost.
Yeah.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
You got it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, of course, now the question is... do we
If anyone has to take over for
get
Captain
right
Anderson,
down
I'm
to
glad
business,
it's you.
or do we
I'm not sure
spend
about
a little
having
time
non-humans
going
on our
around
ship,
and
though.
talking to everyone? Well, we should probably see where the crew's at, I think. Yeah, don't worry about the aliens, Presley. We need them.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
Yeah.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Oh, please, don't. You know, that doesn't have anything to do with it, Presley. I'm done
Carry
with
on,
you.
Presley.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, so then the Normandy's ours now. Wasn't expecting that. But we do need a ship. Lieutenant?
Anything you need, Commander?
I just want to get your thoughts.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner.
Right.
We were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
It's true. All right, we'll talk later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Do we need any Menagel? Nope, we didn't need any. That's fine. How about you, Doc?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school.
Wow.
Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined.
Yeah.
But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors.
Very true, Doc.
So I
Very
stayed
true.
on to do my part.
You regret your decision?
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Oh, Doc. I don't know why I'd ask you about Kaidan. So we're not going to do that.
I should go.
Yep.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yep. We'll talk later, Doc. Anywhere else we can go here? No. Oh, it looks like we got a codex entry, though. That's good. I do love my codex entries. Let's go down to the next level. See who's down there. Oh, here we go. Here's the requisitions officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but
nice.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask about that because well, I guess I have to.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance.
Right.
I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap.
Okay.
Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Yeah, that makes sense. No need to see what you got. Maybe later.
Not right now, thanks.
Yeah.
No problem. Keep checking back.
Garrus.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander.
You're welcome.
I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at C-Sec.
You knew?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At C-Sec, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Ah, come on. It can't be that bad, Garrus.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work.
I could understand how you could feel like that after what happened with the case against Saren, but...
But C-Sec wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That's why you left?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. C-Sec's handling of Saren was typical.
Right.
I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Well, yeah, it was a tough decision, Garrus.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside C-Sec.
Okay.
Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without C-Sec headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Yeah, sounds good.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
You're welcome. Ah, the M35 Mako. We're going to be having a lot of fun in that little beast. Ashley.
Commander?
How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last
mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
That we saved your unit.
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
You couldn't have known, man.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth
That's
haven't
also
gone beyond
true.
the Veil in 3 centuries.
Right.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Alright, wasn't really your fault, but okay, I can understand wanting to bear some of the responsibility for it.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Okay.
Sir.
We'll talk later then. Hey, Rex.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard.
Thanks.
What can I do for you?
Just wanted to talk
What's
to you.
your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Oh, come on, that's not true.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come on.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Yeah.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Yeah.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It isn't?
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth?
Well...
And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Yeah, I see your point. It wasn't the same at all.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Yeah, you kind of a touchy subject, eh, Rex?
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Okay, go on. I'd like to hear more about that.
People really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Why is that bad?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds.
Right.
We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Probably a lot of people end up dead, right? As mercenaries and the like. I could see how that would lead you down a path to extinction, for sure. Tell me about the genophage, Rex.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
That I don't already know.
Solarians, if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible.
Yeah.
Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far.
That's pretty tragic.
Every Krogan is infected. Every one.
Yep.
And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why not?
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Good point.
Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time.
Yeah.
It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
True, 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 my friend. Well, it sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard. I like Rex. He's one of my favorite people in this game. Field integrity monitor. All right. Adams.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tali? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Well, I could talk to her.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is.
Oh, okay.
Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Yeah, she's useful, indeed.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tali, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
No, I wanted to talk to you about
I want to know more
some
about the
stuff.
Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
I see. What about the stealth systems?
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location.
Right.
Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Okay, cool.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo.
Adams.
Only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
That's good. I like experience in my engineers. All right.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
And Tali.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard.
I know.
I've never seen a drive core like this before.
it's experimental.
I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Yeah, this is a prototype.
The Normandy's a prototype.
Yeah.
Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
Pretty cool, right?
Thank you again for bringing me along.
You're welcome.
Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
Yeah, you really do like your ships, don't you?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian.
Yeah,
The
right.
migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource.
Right, right.
But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Wow, that was 3 centuries ago.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Right, I see. Sure. You gotta go out and gather new supplies once in a while. That makes sense. What can you tell me about the Geth?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force.
Synthetic
Initially,
slaves.
Their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
I see. But, yeah, I thought that was illegal, even 3 centuries ago.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them.
Isn't that always how it goes?
But
Baby
one thing
steps.
we underestimated was the
Baby
power
steps
of the
to a
neural
crisis.
network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Ooh, neural network.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
Yeah, like a hive mind, or what are we talking?
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that.
Oh.
They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input.
Okay.
Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious.
Interesting.
But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Okay, that makes some kind of sense. So what went wrong? Why'd they turn on you?
What made them rebel?
Well, I mean, other than the whole
As we built
being slaves
more and
thing.
more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive?
Oh boy.
Why am I here? What is my purpose?
Yeah, that's not
As
too
you
good.
can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Yeah, right. Because they were starting to sound like organics, right? Then what happened?
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation.
Yep.
We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first.
Oh,
A general
no.
order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth.
No.
The Geth responded to this order violently.
So, an AI exhibited signs of consciousness and sentience, and your first thought was to destroy them, and you didn't think that that was going to turn out badly? You didn't think that that was going to start a war? Yeah, I mean, they defended themselves, pretty much is what they did.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
Yeah.
We had no other choice. The
How
Geth
so?
were already on the verge of revolution.
You
By
don't know
acting
that.
quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
No.
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld.
Yeah.
We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
I mean, I'm sorry about the plight of your people, but I don't know. I mean, you said it yourself, it was inevitable. But still, firing the first shot, I don't think that was too smart.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival.
Yeah.
The bonds among my people are strong.
Yeah, I bet they are. All trapped on ships all day.
We have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like what?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it
You'll
would
run out of
strain our
room.
resources to their
Sure.
breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few.
Right.
If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Interesting.
In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Conclave?
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law.
I see.
Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So you're kind of like a democracy then.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military
I suppose
officials
that
in the
makes
fleet
sense. I mean,
serve
after
on the
all, you
Admiral's
are
board.
just
These 5 have
a
the
fleet
power
of
to overrule
ships.
any decision by
Should
the
keep some
Conclave
sort of
in case
military
emergency.
power structure, I suppose.
To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty. And they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Wow.
It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Wow. Only 4 times in 300 years. Sounds like it's a pretty good system. And what else can you tell me about the pilgrimage?
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new
Did you hear
crew.
that, guys?
It's necessary to maintain
Tally's
genetic
reached
diversity
maturity.
among the fleet. But no ship
Wonder
wants
what
to
she
accept
looks like
someone who will
underneath
be a
that
burden on them.
suit.
So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join.
Oh, okay.
If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
And do they always accept, or do they sometimes turn people away?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often.
Yeah,
Most
I
captains
figured.
are eager to increase the size of their crew.
Right.
It increases their own standing in our society.
Right.
Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift.
Yeah.
It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Yeah, I suppose it would be in their best interest to find the best thing they possibly can. They don't want to, I mean, even if they know they're going to get accepted out of hand, they don't want to be remembered for the guy that, you know, brought a Q-tip or, you know, something pretty useless. Makes sense.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Actually, Tali, I think I'm going to go. I think we've covered everything. But it was nice chatting with you.
I should go.
See you later.
And I think that's where we're going to stop it for right now, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And next time we'll pick it up here and we will set off for the Artemis Tau cluster, I think it was. Yes, Artemis Tau. And we will try to find Dr. T'Soni and see if she knows anything about Saren or why her mother, Matriarch Benezia, would have joined up with him and what they might be up to. So long, everyone. We will see you next time.